Hey everybody. Um, I guess some of y'all are coming from Facebook and Instagram. Um, I am making these snowflakes. I made one simple today. Um, just I guess maybe y'all can see this better on the camera. Um, I've been making these things for uh, 8 years now. I made these recently. Um, let's see. Here's one that I made last year, and when I got it out today, it was actually folded like this. I know some people use starch, some people use glue to make them stiff. I don't like using that stuff. If you use glue, it seems to like peel, kind of like if you put glue in your hands, it will peel. You put starch, it'll have to be starched every year. And when I send these to people, I don't want them to have to deal with that. Um, this was actually one of my older ones, so I'm going to show you. Um, right here, I put 4 double crochets right here, but right here it looks like there's only 3. So in the last 2, 3 years, I have fixed this right here. So I'm going to show y'all how to make it look more like this. There's 4 on each row. How to fix that. Some people do it differently. Okay, so I also use a um, 3.75 millimeter hook, um, and that helps to make the stitches smaller. And if you use a larger size needle hook, depending on how big it is, it'll make these just huge gaping holes, and that's not what I want. I want it to look like a snowflake. I want it to be tight so they want to stick together and form like a snowflake. So, yeah. And that will basically eliminate the starch and the glues and stuff like that. And really, last year, had a 1 year old, and I really don't want her. Because, I mean, 1 year olds are going to put things in her mouth, and I really don't want her to have glue and starch in her mouth. Only thing you're going to need is a needle, pair of scissors. I'm sorry, crochet hook, a needle, and a pair of scissors. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is make a magic ring, and the only thing you do is lay it across your finger, and you wrap around your finger and cross over. So you made an X. And then you go under the first one and pull through the other one, and then grab the yarn and make 1 chain and pull this a little bit more. So I need 5 chains. I already put 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I need to double crochet into the ring. So there's 1 double crochet, and I need to do 5 double crochets into the ring. So after you make your double crochet, chain 2, double crochet again, and only thing you do is wrap the yarn, go through, pull through. You got 3 on your hook, you go through 2, and then you go through 2, then chain 2. Alright, we're going to do that 5 times. Double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, pull this a little bit tighter. Alright, so we've got our 5 double crochets already, And because we made a chain 5 at the beginning, that counts as a double crochet and a chain 2. And the only thing you do is you slip stitch into that chain 5. Here we go. Now, right here, let me get this one out again, is where I used to mess up. All my snowflakes used to look like this one. A lot of people don't notice it, but I do, and it irked me. um, but we're gonna fix that. So, a lot of people will chain 3 and then put 3 double crochets into the first hole. Well, we're gonna fix that. Instead of making this chain go into this hole, we're actually going to include this chain into the last stitch. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to chain 5 instead of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now put 4 double crochets into that first hole. So put in 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then chain 2. And then next one again, put in 4 double crochets into that one too. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, I didn't go all the way through. There we go. Chain 2, 4 into the next one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 2. Alright, we're at the very last hole, and just like I said, that's basically, it irked me, and if you're a crocheter, you'll be able to tell it even when you give it to someone or anything like that. You want to basically give everyone the best, and it irks you whenever you can't. So this is how I fixed this project, and that is just, instead of putting 4 in here, I put 3 because we made a chain 5. Same as the first row, we chained 5. That counts as a double crochet and a chain 2. So you just put 3 in this one. And you just slip stitch into that chain 5. So now, right here, it looks like I put in 5 and 3 in this. So now you can't even tell. There's 4 in here and also 4 right here. Alright, so row 3 is basically chains. That's all it is, chains and slip stitch. So now chain 3, slip stitch, get some more yarn, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slip stitch, and then chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, slip stitch, and then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slip stitch, and 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch. And there. You made, I guess you'd call them crystals, maybe? I'm not sure. Okay, we want to get into this hole over here. I've seen where people single crochet all the way across. Um, what that kind of does, you got a chain 3 right here. That counts as a double crochet. So if you single crochet will give it a little bit of lift, but it will basically be level with these right here. So the only things that would make your snowflake would be the um, 5 chain and the 7 chain. But we want it to be like a crystal. So we're going to slip stitch all the way across. So you're going to slip stitch into those 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to slip stitch into that hole right there. And that's all you do. And then you repeat the pattern. It's 3, 5, 7, 5, 3. And that's what gives you your crystal. I guess that's what they call y'all, a crystal. I'm not sure. I don't know the terms of a snowflake. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, and 3. And then slip stitch all the way across. Remember, you slip stitch in the 3 stitches and then slip stitch into that hole. So now again, 1, 2, 3, slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slip stitch. Then 1, 2, 3, slip stitch. Okay. And then you slip stitch into the next 3 again. So 1, 2, 3, and then slip stitch into the hole. Alright. And then 1, 2, 3, slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch. It's gonna look a little wonky right now, but honestly, once it has a chance, they'll all come out just like this. And like I said, I made this one today, so it will come out perfectly fine. Slip stitch. All the way to the hole. You just want to go across. Chain 3, slip stitch, chain 5, slip stitch, chain 7, slip stitch, chain 5, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, slip stitch, and then slip stitch all the way across, all the way to the hole. And this is our last one, and that's how quick it is. You can make these for craft fairs. Um, you can send them in boxes with your items that you're ready to sell, and that's always a good little uh, gift, especially around Christmas. You know, sometimes people get so busy ordering, trying to find Christmas gifts, and you know, if you send them that one little special thing that you made, you know, they put it right there on the tree, and a reminder that, you know, you cared enough to make something special for them. Okay, I did all my snowflakes, or my, I guess y'all call them crystals. I'm not sure. You could just end it right here, but if you do, it will look a little odd, because with the slip stitch, you know, I've seen people end right here. And if you end right there, then, like I said, I like everything uniform. I like everything to look the same. And if you end right here, then you're not going to have this little row right up on the top. So you need to finish that. I mean, some people think, oh, that's simple. You don't really need to let us know that. But, I mean, there's a lot of people out there that just end right there. You just slip stitch through. Don't worry about going into that hole. And then you just chain, and you are done. And the only thing you do is weave in your ends. And I don't do nothing fancy with the hook. I just basically just take a string, tie it, and put it right at the top of the crystal. So let's weave in this in. And I don't do a lot as far as weaving in, because I mean, honestly, you're not going to be washing these. You're not throwing them in the wash machine. I mean, if you're putting them on something, a garland, a blanket, or something like that, yeah, you want to tie down the ends. You want to make sure they're weaved in real good. But I'm not too worried about them being weaved in too much. Alright. Sorry, y'all. Alright. And then snip them. And then for my end, only thing I do, go the length of my hand, basically. And here we go. Alright, you just go to the top of one of your steeps and basically like you're crocheting into it. Don't grab one, because if you grab one, then it's going to leave a big gap. So go on and grab two. Then pull it through and pull that through. There you go. And all the thing you do, make sure everything is pulled out. And there you go. You have a snowflake, and it will hang Look pretty on the Christmas tree. You'll see the lights through the snowflake and everything. And I do suggest using a smaller needle. It always helps. Always helps everything to look tighter and neater. And that's really what you want. You don't want something that's very flimsy and easy to unravel. Takes me about 8 to 10 minutes to make one. So when you're at a craft fair, and I've done sold out of these things before. Um, so when you sell out of these things, just bring the yarn with you, and gray and white seems to be the big colors right now to sell out of. So you sell out of these, you can just take the yarn with you, and whenever you sell out, just go on and make some more, because just as soon as you get them out, people start buying them. Alright, y'all have a good day, and thank you for watching, and thanks for being patient with me on my first video. If you like this video, just click the like button and subscribe. I'm going to try to maybe make some more videos as they're requested. Alright, y'all have a good Saturday. Bye.